You could swim in any of the world's oceans, from the sunny surface and shallows to the dark depths, and be in shark territory. A few types of shark even make their homes in lakes and rivers. To blend in with their surroundings, many sharks rely on camouflage to give them an element of surprise when hunting their prey. Hot or cold water. Different types of shark are adapted to different water temperatures and generally need to stay within the right area to survive. Some like to swim where it's warm, such as the whale sharks that live in the tropical waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. But other sharks, such as the Greenland shark, prefer cold water. In winter, they live in the icy waters of the Arctic Ocean and neighboring areas. In summer, when the water gets warmer, they head for deeper, colder waters. The starry smoothhound and horn sharks like living in water that's not too hot or too cold. The starry smoothhound is found off the coast of northern Europe and the Mediterranean. Near the shore. Sharks have never been the easiest of animals to watch or study, and those we get to know best are the ones that come close to land. Female lemon sharks, for example, come into sheltered water near the coast in the Bahamas to give birth. This is one of the rare occasions when people have seen shark pups being born. Tiger sharks also come close to land in order to feed on young albatrosses in Pacific Island lagoons. Any young birds that misjudge their first flight are snapped up if they falter and tumble into the water. Reef sharks. Snorkelers and scuba divers may see some of the beautiful reef sharks that hunt around corals. The black-tip reef shark lives in the shallow water over reefs and in coral lagoons, while the grey reef shark lives in deeper water, such as along channels and outer reefs. The white-tip reef shark rests under ledges and in caves during the day. It generally hunts at night, poking its snout around corals in search of fish, octopuses, crabs, and lobsters. Seafloor dwellers. Many types of shark live on or near the bottom of shallow coastal waters. Horn sharks rest together in rocky crevices during the day, and then at night they look for food such as shellfish on the sea floor. Nurse sharks could be seen as the lazy sharks because they spend much of the day resting on the sandy seafloor, often near coral reefs. When they get peckish, they are like giant vacuum cleaners, sucking prey off the sea floor or from between rocks. Long-tailed carpet sharks have extra flexible bodies and can use their pectoral and pelvic fins to clamber over coral, into crevices, and between rock pools. Camouflage sharks. Other seafloor sharks are exceptionally flat, so much so that you'd think they were part of the seafloor. Being flat helps some sharks stay camouflaged. For example, wobbegongs and angel sharks are just the right shape to lie there, ready to ambush any unwary fish or crab passing by. Wobbegongs have elaborate skin patterns and leafy bits of skin around their heads, which allow them to blend in with weed-covered rocks or coral reefs. Angel sharks go one step further by becoming part of the seafloor. They shuffle down into the sand and become harder to see. Open ocean. Sharks that live further out to sea also use camouflage. The sharks living in the surface waters, such as the blue shark, pelagic thresher, and mako, have bluish-grey backs and light-colored bellies. Their backs blend in with the sea when viewed from above, and their bellies blend in with the sky when viewed from below. This coloring gives them a chance to approach their prey without being seen. Deep-water sharks. If you took a submersible down to the depths, you probably wouldn't see a shark unless you put out bait. Few sharks can live in deep water, as there just isn't enough food for them to eat. Occasionally, though, sharks have been spotted at depths of more than 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles. Sharks that do live in deep water don't always look like typical sharks. For example, the bird-beaked dogfish has a long snout and huge eyes that help it to see in the gloomy water. Another deep-water shark, the goblin shark, looks equally strange. Its long snout, beady eyes, and pinkish-grey skin look spooky. It swims about hunting other creatures deep in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean.